Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you this makeup look and walking you through it step by step. This is my everyday fall glam makeup routine. This is not like a super quick out the door kind of a thing. It's just kind of like an everyday look that I can do fairly quickly. I'm not doing like a full glam sort of a thing, but it's quick, looks natural, and makes me feel really good, and it's very like just fall-like. So a huge thank you to By Terry for sponsoring and working with me on today's video. I found seriously like my new favorite face powder. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Tinted Hydra Powder. I'm gonna show you this in action today, explain why I love it, kind of like what it does, all that jazz, and walk you through this look step by step. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe and let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with primer. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer. I'm just gonna apply this on my skin, and then it leaves a nice little tack so that whatever you put on just kind of like sticks to it. And then I'm gonna be going into Pat McGrath Labs foundation. I love applying this with my skin. With my fingers, I just tap it in and then rub it in like a moisturizer. And I feel like it just looks so beautiful that way. It just looks like my skin. And then I'm gonna go into the Revlon Candid Concealer. This is in the shade Bisque. I use it on the curved side. And I'm gonna blend it in with the FO3 brush from Sigma. This is my favorite brush and favorite concealer at the moment. It just gives a really nice natural finish, but also a medium to full coverage. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the By Terry Hyaluronic Tinted Hydra Powder. I have the shade 200 Natural, which matches me perfectly. You open it up and it looks like this. I like to tap the side of it to get the powder to come out to the surface. And I'm gonna be using the dual-ended brush from By Terry. So I first go in with this side and I just get it in, tap off the excess, and this is where I set my T-zone and under eyes. I've been using this every time I do my makeup because I feel like it just mattifies without feeling really crepey or drying or anything like that. It adds the perfect tint because I find a lot of times with powders, they can be a little too brightening. You know what I mean? Like a little bit too dramatic. And this looks so natural. It keeps this area like matte, but not crepey or anything. So I'm gonna first go in with this side of the brush in the areas where I want it to be like extra matte, and the color is perfect. They do have quite a few different shades. I'll link it down below so you can check it out, but they have a nice variety. This is the perfect neutral undertone. I've talked before about how I'm not overly cool or overly warm, so I don't have like a lot of pink, but I don't have a lot of yellow. So this is the perfect neutral tone. A lot of times when I try stuff that says neutral, it's either one or the other even still. So I'm bringing it under the eyes, and a lot of times too with the under eye area, I can't use certain powders because they'll be really like just chunky looking, and this keeps it looking really soft. It's supposed to like blur out any imperfections, so you can see here where like I've got giant pores. It kind of just like, I want to say it fills them in, but it just kind of just lays over top of them and just like blurs it out and makes it look really smooth and seamless. So I'm going to come back to this in just a second, but I'm going to finish up my cream products. So I'm going to go into the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury and highlight my face. So I'm going to pop it on the high points of my face. And I'm going to go into my IT Cosmetics number 7 brush and just kind of blend these in. Bring it up around. This adds a lot of glow in those areas where I want to be glowy, but I just don't want to be like oily looking all the time, you know what I mean? I do have more oily skin, but I like to feel hydrated. I don't like to feel dry. I feel like this look is just all about the skin. So now I'm going to go into the Hollywood Contour Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to bring it right here and on the jawline, side of the forehead. I'm going to go into the IT Cosmetics number 7 and blend it in. It looks a little scary at first, but if you just go to town blending it in right away, you'll be fine. I'm gonna push it in instead of blending it around too much. Just push that. See how natural that looks? Look at this side and then this side. They look not much different, but just a little touch of contour. And then I'm matte in the areas that I wanna be and glowy in the others. And then what I do is I go back into the By Terry Hyaluronic Tinted Hydra Powder, and I go in with the fluffy side of the brush and lightly I'll go over everything else. I'm a weird oily skin person because even my skincare and everything, I like to still look glowy and feel hydrated. I don't want to feel dry or anything. So this still gives me the mattifyingness without being like overly drying. So this is the skin so far. This whole look is very skin focused, and that's what made me not want to wash this off my face. At the end of the day, after hours of wearing it, I still loved my makeup at the end of it, and I didn't touch up throughout the day at all. So if you want more info on this, make sure to check out the description box below. I will link it down there along with every other product that I used in this video. Thank you again, By Terry, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. And now we can move on to powder contour. So you could skip this step if you wanted. It's totally unnecessary. I just like a more chiseled and contoured look. So I'm just gonna go into the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette, and I'm gonna go into the contour shade here with my Smith 112 brush. And I'm just gonna hit this in the contour area just to give me a little bit of extra depth because I like an intense contour on myself. Jawline. And then for blush, I'm using the Essence Satin Touch Blush. Mine is Broken. This is my favorite color, Satin Love. So I gotta be very careful opening this. I'm just gonna apply that to my cheeks here. It's a nice, sort of like an everyday go-to blush, not too pink. It's like a rose, but like almost like a neutral brown rose, you know? And then you could leave it like this, or you could go in with more highlight. It's totally up to you. I think some of the days that I've worn this look, I've just left it as is because of the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. It does have that glow. But if you want that extra glow, the one that I've been going into lately has been the Pixie, what is it? It says like 2 names. Glowy Gossamer Duo in Delicate Dew. So what I've been doing is grabbing 2 taps of the dark one and 1 tap of the light one, and I'm just gonna lightly go over this area, and I'm using the Sigma F35 brush. And then I'll use my finger and go on the Cupid's bow and just a little bit on the tip of the nose, not too much. If I end up going in with too much highlighter, I'll go back into the By Terry powder and just kind of dust over it like this, just to kind of diffuse it and mattify it just a little bit more. It's nice because it's not gonna like overly like take it away, you know? It just kind of like diffuses it a little bit. I'm gonna set it with the Morphe setting spray. And now we can move on to the eyeballs. So the eyes are very, very easy. It's literally all about the skin, and even the skin is just very simple and quick. I mean, you can obviously skip out steps if you want, but for me, like the main thing was just the basics. For my brows, I've been using and obsessing over the Arches and Halos Micro Defining Brow Pencil in neutral brown. So I comb through them first. From far away, I fill them in because then I feel like they look more natural, and I go in with a much lighter hand. I'm now gonna set them with the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I like this. Oh, it's in soft brown, by the way. I like this for the wand and for the color. It just kind of gives like darker brow hairs throughout, so they look a little bit more natural. So I'm gonna start, just kind of push them up. So sometimes when I do this look, I don't even do any eyeshadow, but lately I've just been grabbing a little bit of the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, very quickly going over my lids with this to prime. I'm not going with a brush, I'm just kind of being a little haphazard with it, setting it with whatever's in the cap. And then I just kind of have had this sitting out here. You can use your contour or your bronzer or whatever that you use on the face. I do that a lot. Or lately I've been grabbing my Make a Peak Caramel Coffee eyeshadow palette. I first go in with this shade, which is Creme Brulee, and then I add a little bit of Wild West. So I'm just using the Smith 232 brush, and I go into Creme Brulee, and I bring this, I literally like the quickest circles. I'm just holding back further on my brush so I don't apply too much of it. And at this point, Ruben's like, hey, we gotta go. Let's go. So then I'm like, bring it underneath. I'm still just on Creme Brulee. And then I go into the Wild West. Get the outer, bring it on the lid, bring it in the crease, underneath. It's usually super quick like this, very sloppy. This just kind of gives you that natural depth to your eye. Like an everyday makeup look for me is just sort of like an enhanced version of myself. So I feel like these eyeshadows kind of just look like natural shadows in my face because it's a mix of the warm and the cool. Bring it underneath. And I actually didn't go in with any nude pencil in the waterline just because I didn't have time anytime I've done this look. But I have grabbed that Pixie highlighter duo and I go into these and I hit the inner corner and I also hit the brow like so. Now I'm gonna go into the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara, and I did do false eyelashes, which you don't have to do, but for me, that is how I can quickly glam up any makeup look. I could literally wear just like nothing on my face and pop on some false lashes and I'm set. But if you have like really good lashes or you can apply mascara really well to make them look really good, just do that. Whatever is easiest for you. Okay, so I'm gonna apply these lashes. They're the Velour Here to Slay lashes, and I use the Velour lash applicator. So lay it on top, push it in, get the inner, and boom. I feel like that totally like transforms the look into a more glam look and looks like I tried a lot harder than I did. And then I'm getting the bottom lashes with mascara to balance out the top ones. Okay, so for lips, sometimes I just do lip liner. Sometimes I'll add a lipstick. It kind of just depends. So today I'm gonna mix 2 lip liners together. These are the KKW nude lip liners. I have 1 and then 1.5. So I'm first gonna go in with nude 1, bring it all over my lips. And then I go in with the 1.5 and I just darken some areas. So right under here, and kind of blend it upwards. Get the corners. And then this lipstick basically looks a lot like this, but it's just in the lipstick form. So it is still matte. It's gonna be a little more of a drying formula, but not as drying as the lip liners. But if you do wear the lip liners on their own, they're not gonna be like sticky. Sometimes lip liners can turn out really sticky because they want they're created so that the other things on top can just like stick to them, you know? But if you want a lipstick, this is the L'Oreal Color Riche 983 Utmost Taupe, which I feel like looks like a lot like this. So I'm just gonna tap this on until it like barely even changes the color. But now you have kind of like that on top if you wanted, but either way. Quetzal, we're gonna have to take some selfies together, yeah. All right, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed following along with this little makeup routine. I don't know if I'm gonna make this like a tutorial or a routine, because this is just kind of like what I've been going for recently and like the makeup I have been living in. I'm so excited about this powder. Thank you so much, By Terry, for sponsoring this video and bringing this powder into my makeup routine, because it seriously is my new favorite and it has swapped out my other face powder. So yeah, if you guys are interested in anything that I use in this video, I will link it down below in the description box. Please let me know your other fall makeup requests down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you in the next video. Bye.